Hi guys, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today is Saturday, and I thought we could just have a play with a few envelopes. One of you, Miss Sonia, had requested that we do some work with envelopes, and so I thought that we would today. Yay! So let me grab a couple things here. I'm going to grab my little self-healing board I got from the dollar store. I realized a few minutes ago, because I printed some stuff, that these envelopes are a bit long. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this over just a bit. Sorry about this. Sometimes I'm just not in the right spot. Okay, better? Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim some of this off, okay, and then I am going to start, and we're going to put this together as a little tri-fold packet, okay, and I don't know where I'll use it. I might use it as a separate piece of its own. We'll see, but I want this to be 8.5, and I want to keep my windows. As you can see, I just pulled this from here. So what I'm planning on doing is having this, it doesn't matter which one goes first, but we're going to have this one, and then this big one in the middle, okay? And it has a pocket in the back, but I'll probably cover that, or I mean a window in the back, but I'll probably cover that one up, because it's got this really big window, and I just kind of thought it would be fun to have this part open. Now I want to see how tall. These are like 9.5 inches long, I believe. These were the only, this particular group of envelopes was the only ones I had that were the same size, and I wanted them to be the same size. You don't have to make yours the same size. Okay, so if I brought, to get this to 8.5, which is the size of my paper, and I printed out my a couple of my collages to do this with, but I'm thinking, because that's 8.5, right? Yeah, so I would not have to cut but on one end of this. Okay, so what I believe I'm going to do is I am going to cut the top part of this off only. Okay, I just don't want to cut through my windows on anything else. I need to cut off the height. Okay, but I want to make sure I don't cut into the window on this one. So I'm just looking real quick to make sure that I have determined this correctly. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the window's still going to be safe. Good. Okay. So I'm going to grab a pencil and just make a little mark right here on this one. Probably do that one separately. And then I'm going to make a mark on this one here. And I'm going to keep them, like I said, I'm going to keep mine the same height. You don't have to do that. I'm choosing to do that. And I may end up, I'll probably end up gluing these. You know what I could do? Okay, hold on one second, you guys. Just a second. Okay, guys, sorry. I had a gnat on my phone. So I don't know if I actually got him or he just kind of got away and I didn't know for sure. What I was thinking before I was so rudely interrupted by Mr. Gnat, I was thinking I might be able, because I want to glue this back up, but I don't want to lose, so we're going to give this a try. I know I'm not finishing a sentence. I am aware of this. I'm going to open this up, okay? Now, what I was thinking was, instead of cutting this, okay, I may utilize this on this end, fold this in to where I need the height to be, and kind of do a little envelope, our little trick we use when we don't want to lose our size on our envelope. Okay, so we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, right? Might as well. It's not gonna hurt. So we're just gonna do our little, what we would do. Okay. I can get rid of probably this. Oops. No, I think it's gonna be fine. And this. I should have kept that. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, because technically I'm only gonna need the one side. Yeah. So this did work. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this off, and I'm gonna fold this like I would when I'm making like a policy envelope or a coin envelope or whatever, and I do my little mitering at the ends and all that good stuff, so that I don't lose the. Oops. Am I too high? Yeah. I'm still too high, so I'll just trim. Okay, there we go. Now, and I'm gonna, it's still too high. Stop it. That's annoying. I already know it's gonna work, but just that one side is too high. Okay. So back to the basics here. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down, and in that way, once I get my background in there and stuff, I can glue this over. And I didn't lose any of my envelope, but I still brought it down to an 8.5. See, watch. So now my paper will fit. Okay, so let's do the same thing on this one. So that saves you from having to cut your envelope off and then re-gluing it. Okay, so now I'm going to measure my little fold here. We want it at 8.5. It's a rare thing you see me using my ruler this much, huh? Okay. Right. Look straight. Hopefully I'm straight. Sometimes I'm not. I'm only doing that line so I can see where to fold this to. In case anybody was wondering why I'm even bothering to draw a line. Okay. All right. Now. And again, we're going to bring this over, and we are going to just miter it down on the corners here. Oh, those gnats. They're just so annoying, you guys. I am so sorry. I complain about these like every single day of my life. But they really are truly the most annoying little creatures. Them and flies. I just can't stand it. Anyway. Okay, so then we're going to trim this down again. And I'm going to trim this piece off. I don't really need it. I just don't think I need it. Okay, so, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this. And I'm using, somebody had gifted me in a Happy Meal glue. And I just opened it today and realized it had never been opened. Sorry, that thing was right in my face, like on my face. Ew. Anyway, the glue had never been opened, so very cool. I got a brand new bottle of glue, and that was from Miss Pammy. Thank you, Miss Pammy. I've never used the clear Aleene's tacky glue, so okay, wait. I don't want to. Did I do that on this one? No. Okay, this one's going over a little bit. I don't want the glue to stick that shut right there. Okay. All right, so now those two are 8.5 inches long, and I'm going to now do this one, and then we'll move on. And hopefully I can do the same little trick with this one. And I don't know though, because this one's got the this one has the window. I'll have to cut that part really short. I'm going to try it just to see, but I think it'll work. We'll see. If it doesn't, I'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out together. This is just going to kind of be a little trifold folio. You can, of course, use smaller envelopes. I'm just making it with these big ones. I like the window in this one, and I kind of just wanted to have fun and use it. And I thought, well, I can always put this in the shop, you know, for a few bucks and sell it by itself. Or it could go with another journal, you know, like a little add-on to a journal. So that would be fun. I've done that before. Sold things with, like, sold a journal with a second journal. Even put stuff in boxes, like cigar box I sold one time. That was really pretty. So yeah, I don't know how it'll get utilized, but I'm certain I'll figure something out. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna miter this down. Now on this one, I think I want to try and actually keep this top part. I wonder if I do it like this is going to be open, because I want to keep this one as a pocket, like a pocket to have. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put my backing. Nope, I will have to do something with this here. This is going to have to come off. And I'm trimming it as even as possible because I think what I'm going to do, yeah, it's still going to have to be. I want to leave some of this though because it's going to be a pocket on this part. I want to strengthen, use it as a, like this part to fold over and this part to fold over. Now there you go. That worked. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want, when they stick stuff in, I want this to be strong at the top, and I figured that that will kind of, do you see what I'm saying, how it's folded? It will kind of reinforce it. So I'm going to go ahead and I think, do I want to glue this down now? Yes. I do think I'm going to glue this down now, because then I'm going to put that paper over it to decorate that back wall of this. Like I said, I want this just as a reinforcement. Okay. So yeah, that'll be fine. And then basically I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but basically it's going to be something to this effect. Okay. And get in there. So I'm going to have a background. Okay. And then that actually could be almost perfect that way. Yeah. Because this is going to, the back is going to be showing. I'm going to need to decorate it. And I'm just thinking, we could do that, and then we could even fold in this piece and make it, and glue it to that, and then that way this would still be open here at this point up here. That could work, you guys. And then what I would do is just run a strip along this side, decorating it with stuff, you know. That could be fun. Yeah, I actually like that idea. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make that fold and use this piece in here. Okay, so let me get that over as far as it'll go. Actually, I probably could bring it over a little bit because it's not going to show down that side. I don't know. Yeah, I could kind to sit it about right there. Just be patient with me here for a second, guys. I am making sure this is going to work. I can always reprint this if I need to, but I'm not dedicating to that fold yet. I want to make sure. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. I hope it's good. We'll see, won't we? Okay, so we're going to fold this down. Where's my... I went a little bit crooked. Darn it. Paper and it's buckling, right? It's always a little bit off if you're not holding on to it good enough. All right. All right. So, this will be the back, okay? And this is going to be the part that we see when we, oops, sorry guys, when we look inside. So, I ended up not needing this because I didn't cut anything, huh? All right, so let's get this in here the right way. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down as well. I'm being super careful with how I'm doing this because of the fact that I have never done this. This is a new idea I had today, and actually the other day. I shouldn't exaggerate. It was from the other day. Oops, oops, oops. And I didn't really know how it was going to work. I just thought I'd give it a try and see. Now again, this is going to be the reinforcement edge, so I'm gluing this in. Okay. And this piece is going to be glued down on top of that. Now, since this back is going to be open, but it'll be covered, it won't matter, okay? So, this part, now that I know what I want to do with that, I've got to determine, I'm not gluing anything yet because I want to make sure I've got this in my mind's eye, how I want to do this, okay? So, all right, I'm sorry guys, I got to go over this one more time with myself. Do you know what I mean? I have to give it one more look-see here and make sure, because this piece is going to be here. This is going to be inside, and this piece here is going to be glued like that. No, that's not going to work. Unless I trim this down, which would make sense. So I'm going to trim this off here. I have more of these envelopes because I get a monthly magazine from David Jeremiah's ministry, so I have more of these if I need them. I'm trimming that off hoping I don't need it. I don't think I will because I want this to be an open pocket up here, so I'm pretty sure I'm good. What I'm trying to do is make sure that this lays in here correctly. And then, okay, we've got one spot here that needs trimmed. This little piece is butting against the paper, so I'm going to just trim that off. Okay. This part's glued down, so it's not mattering on that end. Now, one more time. I know, being patient with me, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't very often come on here with absolutely no idea how things are going to go. And this time I did, so. Okay, I really, really like that as my window. Okay, that is so pretty. And like I said, this is going to be a pocket where they can put goodies. So now once we glue this down, this will be a strip, okay, right here that I will have to cover, okay? Unless I want to get rid of that and fold that in, which I could. Or I mean, I could, yeah, fold it in, trim that off and fold it in even further. Let's see how it impacts these guys. That's all I care about. So this guy's gonna go here for now. This guy's gonna go here. Okay, and see, these have to be glued on before I do anything with this. Okay, that's why I didn't glue anything down, because I know that this has to come up underneath here. Okay, and this one's gonna have to go. Oh yeah, see. I'm just getting, so I'm looking at it, making sure I understand what I've done to myself here. Okay, so see, on this side, we're gonna have to cut. We're gonna have to tuck this one too. So this will have to be trimmed off as well. Okay, so that when you look at it, so all these envelopes need to be tucked correctly, right? Okay. And then you open this way. So as long as that one's tucked in there and that one's in there, all I'll have to do is build or use an edger, you know, or even some coffee dyed paper as an edge. You know how I do my edgings along that border and this border. Now, let me see. I bet you can see that. So now I'm gonna have to trim this one. Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure I didn't put anything down with glue until I knew for a fact that I was okay. All right. So once I get that in there, it should be fine because I trimmed that off. So now you cannot see that border. Okay. Good. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to glue this piece here to here because I'm sure about that much. And I'm going to glue. Do I want to glue? I'm just making sure. I'm like, do I want to glue? Okay, I'm going to glue this piece down on the inside. Okay. And no, this is not going to be open when it's all said and done, because once I get that paper in there, I'm going to seal the paper against these two envelopes. Okay. So then this piece, this whole side panel, will be glued shut. I know this is kind of confusing. If you're working along with me, you might need to go back and look at what I'm doing a few times. I know that, and I'm sorry. Okay. So now this one is going to go in on top of that one. And if I am confusing because of all the twists and turns of this, I apologize, really. But it's the only way I knew was to just work through it with you guys and see where I was at, you know. I'm going to make sure this is against this edge really good. Okay. All right, so now that one is there, and now this one, okay, it's gonna go there, right? And then that piece of paper is gonna come out and cover that. Yes, okay. So I can safely glue this piece down. And it doesn't need to be trimmed or anything because that glue is, I'll just use this one, duh. I have never used the clear tacky glue, so I am hoping it's as good as the regular tacky glue, right? I'm sure it is. Anybody's used it or uses it out there? Okay, I'm just making sure my ends aren't hanging over. It's not, is it? I'm a little bit off here. I can see it just slightly. Let's do that again. There. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what we have, just in case, so we're being on the same page, we have these two now glued to this, okay? And this part is going to be where I tuck my paper, and hopefully I did not do this wrong. All right, so this piece is going to go right in here. Oh, that's gnats. Sorry. They freak me out when they like fly right on me. Can't help it. Get that into the crevice. All right, now this is going to be and like I said, this area here on this side and the area on this side, I am going to cover with like a strip of something. It could even be lace, I don't know yet, but we have our internal picture. So cool. And I hope I'm not jumping the gun because I'm going to go ahead and get this glued in. I'm debating on, I'm going to put the glue on the inside of this one first. And get it all over my black paper that I work on top of. I'm kidding. Alright. Just kind of clean up my little mess here. Okay, so now I have that on there. I'm going to put that in here and hopefully I can do this right. And it will work for me. Please don't fight me. Just go in there. I left you completely open to have plenty of room. Ugh, it's kind of messy, guys. Sorry. Messy project here. It's gonna get glue on your hands, I promise you that. But that's okay. Use your tacky glue so you can move this around, okay? Alright. Oh, come on, get in there. Go all the way over. Go over. Oh, got glue all over me. I'll be honest, I am not the best when it comes to this kind of thing. And I'm trying so hard not to get that glue all over the paper too and mess it up. I think I did it. You know what? If I didn't, I'll just have to trim, but I'm pretty sure I got it. Let me get a wet wipe real quick and wipe my hands. I'm pretty sure I got that. Because I left the envelope so wide open, it looks as I did. I think I did. I did it, guys. It's a little bit off at the top. Just the tiniest, darn it, just the tiniest bit. It's really good in this corner back in the back, but then I've got it off just a little bit there on this side. That irritates me. That kind of stuff right there annoys me just because I'm like, okay, I needed that to be at the right spot. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm stubborn. I'm going to pull this up and try again because that's me. I can't help it. I just can't help myself. And I may have to reprint my paper. Who knows? But it's got to go all the way into this corner and all the way down to the bottom of that page or it's not going to work. I think I did that. I think I got it. No, I got it over too far. It's alright. Come on now, baby. Pull, pull. It's pulling just a little bit. I just need a little bit of give. Just a little bit of give. so that we're at that fold line. Yeah, this one's a bit of, yep, I'm off, but let me see here. I mean, it looks perfect. It's not that it's off as far as how it looks. Where it's a little off is at the top. However, it can be trimmed. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna trim just ever so slightly. And I'm going to go ahead, I think, and get this part glued down as well. And then that way when I trim it, I will know. Okay. All right. Let's do it. We're going to do it. I'm not going to keep messing with it. I'm going to glue it and it'll be beautiful, and I'm not going to worry about it. When you start to worry that this becomes not fun anymore, and I don't like that. So yeah, you all know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna get this where I want it on the bottom, and then whatever's off at the top is gonna get trimmed just enough to have it be evened out. Okay, what's important is it's beautiful, which it is very pretty. Of course, I really, really love those collage pages. Those are available in the shop if you like these. I have been trying to remember to start utilizing my own papers a little bit more than I normally do, because I never hardly ever use mine, and I don't know why. I just don't. And that's silly. I made them, so I should use them, right? Okay, so where I'm off just a little bit right there, I've got some white. Guess what goes on there? You guessed it, Distress ink. Okay, so there's the back of it. Beautiful. And then this part, which is what we had talked about, I had said I wanted to seal it here, so it's going to have a little, actually, because I'm going to do a strip right here, I don't think I need to lose like any of this pocket. So I think we're going to go ahead and do a strip of something right now. And then that way we can even, I mean, gosh, I can use any papers I want. Let me just grab. I've got, oh yeah, I've got this strip, which is really pretty, that I could use. Oh no, that one's too, well, it does look kind of pretty with it. But now here's the problem. This is just a piece of book page, vintage book page. So even though it's beautiful, the problem will be in it being strong enough to hold. You know what I mean? So we do need to look at putting something in that's going to hold it down. Now I'm thinking of just a trim of this, you know, just something small to go along this edge right here. And like I said, I could even use, let me see. We could have this on one side and then have it flip over. That would be good. Ooh, you know what would look really pretty is some washi tape right here. Let me grab my tapes. Ooh. I know, I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Because they are so pretty. Which one do we want to use, guys? Let's use, oh, gee. Let's use this one. I'm not going to sit here all day long and go, which one? We're going to use this one. I love this one. And I think it's nice and neutral, you know. And we're going to use Laura. We're going to use some glue from our glue stick, because she reminded me the other day in the video about the washi video that glue stick works great with them, and she's so right. So we're going to do that. put a little bit of that. Little dabble do ya. Not gonna worry about the length and stuff. I'm just gonna put it down and then I'll trim it off. You know how that goes. I don't want all that goopy stuff there. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. And this is gonna seal the side of this pocket, okay, without actually like gluing it down. Okay. Because if I had to glue under where this tape is at, I would have to, I would end up having to have like an issue with, and then I'm just gonna fold this over. And I may cover this, I may use it, I could use part of it, let it just, you know, be there. Got a few bubble, or a line here. Let me get this down. Okay, there we go. I can cover this up, you know, it doesn't really matter in the long run. We're gonna do a little collaging, which is what I like to do on the top of my envelopes anyway, but that gives us a little coverage on this side. And I didn't have to glue the pocket shut, see, because this is, I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see, let's pull, gee whizzle sticks my phone. Okay, all right, we're already far out, aren't we? Let me just go up a little bit with my thing here. There. Okay, what I'm trying to say is this is a nice big pocket, okay, that we have. And if we had not used the tape on this side, we would have lost like a ½ inch of it because of having to glue it shut. Does that make sense? So now we have it open. Here's the inside of it. Isn't that cute? That's pretty. I like. Okay, so there we go. Now, it's taken me forever to do this. So sorry about that. This may end up being a 2 video project, and I didn't even mean for it to be barely a 1. Okay. So now on this side, we could do more washi, just for fun, because we do have, let's see. Oh, I have this one. Let me see. I wonder if it's wide enough. It's like a green. I don't think it's wide enough, is it? You might just do it. Let's look at it. I haven't even used it yet. Would cover that blue, and then I could distress. The only reason I thought of it is because it's the green, and this is a green themed collage. And then I could distress it around this corner. Okay, that's cute. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So we're gonna run the glue on this real quick. All right. Pam is so good at this from the Paper Outpost. Me, not so much. I am making a mess. Okay. All right. Oh dear. Should be enough glue on there to hold it. It is just barely covering the blue underneath. But I think once it's distressed, it's really not going to matter. Okay. There's that piece. All right. So now I'm kind of going, thinking as I'm doing this about what I want to do with just trimming off this tape right here. It's hanging over. What I want to do with this, and I'm kind of thinking around these windows, because you know that's the part that's hard, is covering the curves and stuff of envelope windows. I wish they were more squared off, because then it would be easy. But what I was just thinking was we could do some washi. I kind of tend to just square them off when I'm doing stuff with windows. And I was looking at this thinking that the washi tape actually might look pretty cool if done right. And then also on these insides, I am not going to do pockets. I am going to be sealing this somehow these, I don't know, do I want to use these as pockets? I kind of wanted them to, let's see. I just realized this tape is, my envelopes are just slightly different sized. And so that tape was hanging over on this end too. Okay. All right. I'm determining if I want, oh, I remember what I was gonna do. I was gonna do a solid piece of paper. And I brought along this, and then for this side, this, and then I thought it'd be fun to collage. Yeah, that was right. Okay. All right, so we're gonna cut this to fit. Okay. I'm just gonna fold this over to fit right up at the edge of this one. Hopefully I'm getting that correct. Let me just make sure I don't. Miss Tina always makes this look so easy when she does her folding, and I'm like, I'm not that. I always kind of struggle a little bit with doing it. But if I measure it, it's going to be even worse. You know how I am with measuring, so. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to grab these and do my little cut along this edge, and hopefully I won't cut too much off. And so I guess I will leave these open as pockets, these two envelopes, possibly. Unless I don't think it's going to work once I get this done, but I'm going to have to put a background on the inside of this too. Okay. Take off just a hair of this. So how's everybody doing today? It's Saturday. Is everybody getting some crafting done? I hope. You're getting to play a little bit. For me, it is technically, we're looking at last Wednesday. So I am home working and doing my thing with you guys. Okay, so I might let this hang over just slightly and trim it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And that's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, it's not working right anyway. I don't know, should I do it on this side, and then that way I've got that uneven side out there? So I'm going to put the glue directly on the envelope and not on the paper, because if I do it on the paper, it's going to be, I'm going to be closing up an area I don't need to. Oops. I'm going to put this to this edge, and then I'm probably going to end up distressing that little bit of white that's between, but I want there to be a little tiny space so that this flap can close correctly. And even if that means I have to trim it in the long run, which it probably will, but that's okay. Oops. Okay. make sure I'm not gluing anything shut here. Okay. And I am going to run some washi along here because envelopes grow weak where they've been bent and folded, and I can feel it pulling where that paper has just been put down. So I'm probably going to run a little piece of this along this green just to give it a little bit more. I always end up having to reinforce my envelopes. That's the only part of working with envelopes that irritates me, is that I have to do that so much, you know, because they get weak. And I love what you can do with them, but there. And the reason I am totally not concerned about the way that this is because, like, how it's kind of getting pitch patched together. I like that. I want it to be collagey, and even the washi, I don't mind, as long as it matches, you know, the theme or the coloring scheme, you know. I'm just trimming all this off right here. I do not mind if it looks like one piece up against another, and yeah, I like that actually. So for me, in the long run, that ends up looking cool, you know. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other side, same way. And I think on this one instead, I'm gonna stick a little bit. Just making sure it's staying. Well, this has already got that on there, so we're good on that side. Never mind. Okay. This side, I'm gonna be giving. How even is this? Probably should cut the edge of this with my paper cutter, just so it is as even as possible. Or sometimes the paper cutter still messes me up. I don't know. We'll see, right? Okay, so this is my clean edge. And I just want to take the tiniest bit off of this side just to make sure I have a straighter edge. Oh, don't act like that. It tore. I hate that. Oh, that's irritating. Look at that. It is. That is so irritating. Ugh. Only because I want a straight edge. Now I have to cut it anyway, myself. And you know it's not going to be straight. You can't eyeball a straight edge like that. Shoot. Oh well. I'll manage. I'll manage. It's okay. What time is it? Okay. Well, it's not too bad. I'll just do some distressing, you know. The distressing kick, our little trick. I wonder how far this would go over. Nah, it would cover the envelope, I thought so. Or the window, I mean. Okay. And oops, I can see I'm off just by a hair, but that hair matters right now. Hopefully I get this right. Gnat. Little gnat. I call the the apple cider vinegar solution that I put together for them. I call it my nat juice. Told Cordy, it's nat juice, and they love it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do the glue thing again. Try to get that straight on the edge as I can. You know me and my shaky hands. All right. Okay. Yeah, there'll be some trimming going on here, but overall, I don't think it's too bad. I think I might be a little too far over it. It's fine. Let's just give it a little tug before it dries. There we go. So we're going to be trimming this part and this part here a little bit on the bottom here. And the tiniest bit on the side without cutting our, I'm going to get a different pair of scissors. Those are covered in glue. Yeah, without cutting our envelope, okay? So you gotta be super careful if you're doing this. And I'm hoping I'm careful. I'm the first one to cut stuff, so we'll see, right? Let's see, okay, it picks up about right there. So we're just gonna be really careful. I think we're good. Let's see. I don't think I cut it. Oh, I did. Just a little bit right there. Oh, no. Oh, and a little bit right there. Oh, see? I told you I'm the first one to... Oh, no, it's just where it's not glued down. Oh, good. Good. Never mind. Okay, I did not cut the envelope. Emergency averted. So, all right. Hopefully I will do it on this side without cutting it. And I can get glue in there, you know, into that little spot. Okay. And then we're going to do the bottom here. And, oops, I guess there was a little bit here too. Ugh, nerve-wracking. Okay. All right, I hope that's good enough. I have never used like whole pieces on my on anything that I've made with envelopes. I usually use, you know, collaging method, and I do it in such a way that it is all different stuff. But these were collage pages, and I thought, oh, it would look really fun to collage on top or around them with other stuff, and then but still, you know, utilize. She has such a beautiful picture. I love that picture. Well, where will she fit? I actually think I can put her right there. I don't need to use the whole picture, so let's see. We'll bring it. And see, this is what I was talking about. I will tend to... Oh, you know what? I could use this on the inside of these to make the, let's see if it'll fit. Oops, wrong way. Duh. Maybe trim off this little top part, because I do need something for the inside of both of these. Look at that. She's perfect right there, right? So yeah, I could glue that inside of there. I don't need to use the whole thing. I just need the window. So I'm gonna trim, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and about right there. Lock Louie. So yeah, we are probably gonna finish this little folio, trifold. I don't know what to call it. I actually think I could probably get away with glue stick on this piece. Yeah, we'll probably finish it in another video because I still have to collage and stuff on it. And we are already at 55 minutes because Tara's been all over the place with this, but that's okay. That's okay. Because we needed to make sure we did it right, you know? I don't want to do it wrong for you guys and then you'd be like, oh, mine didn't turn out because Tara totally messed hers up. So I'm going to scooch this in as much as I can. The only problem with using the glue stick, I probably should have thought about that because glue stick does tend to stick like right away. Get in there, honey. Get in there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pull my finger out. Ugh. Nope. I didn't get her in there quite right. She's not over far enough. See, that's why I should have used, shoot. I definitely should have used the tacky glue for that because now I'm even got a tear right here, which is really, it's really sucky. Okay, let's just go in again. Since we're already here, we're gonna push this through, okay? Hold my finger on there so that it's flat, and hopefully I've got her in the right spot. I did. I got her in the right spot. Praise the Lord. Whew. Okay, we have a little bit of damage on this side. So what I'm gonna do? We're gonna put some glue there for one thing. I don't want to glue this pocket down at all, but I may have to do some damage control that causes it to have a bit of a glue down on this corner. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. If I can get this to stay, let it dry and see how it does, then I might be okay. But I could always do what Tina does and line this with some book page up at this little corners, you know, put some, this one kind of got messed up too a little bit. See, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to what you know. I knew that glue stick would cause that problem for me. But anyway, we got quite a bit of it done today. I am going to stop here. So what we have, okay, just in case we have forgotten at all, what we have is a trifold. You open it this way and this way. I'm going to have a pocket here. We're going to have a pocket here. And I think I will line this with book page just, you know, so I do. So it's a little stronger. And then, yeah, I think I will. So we're going to still have to pick something for this side. And then we have this side. And then we have the back. And, of course, we have this nice big pocket on the top. Okay? That goes the entire length of the folder. So this would be kind of a cute little, I don't know, just fun. I don't know. We could even probably sew in a little signature on the side here and, you know, make it into a little trifold. But we'll see about that next time. Okay? I love you guys. Please have a safe day, a safe weekend. Be blessed. Know that you are loved by the Lord and by me. And I appreciate each and every one of you for spending this time with me. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.